Hi, my name is Mike.l.Levine, and today I'm going to review for you the Kirkland Signature Men's Classic Slub Cotton T-shirt. But briefly, a little bit about myself before we get started. I work for Aurora Investments Global. We're a Vietnamese apparel manufacturer. Those of you who have been watching my channel already know I have 22 sewing factories in Vietnam, 2 textile mills, and 2 industrial laundries. And everything is located within Vietnam, mostly central and south, although we have a little bit of presence in the north, where we have a team of R&D scientists working in our main office, and they are constantly at work creating new performance innovations in conjunction with some of the leading labs and chemical suppliers around the world. I'm always on the lookout for new customers, new relationships, and I hope I can help inspire those of you watching to contact me and expand your supply chain to include our company. Together we can develop some unique items together and add to your current line of products. Now back to the reason for the video. Once again, it's a mouthful. The Kirkland Signature Men's Classic Cotton Slub T-shirt, or maybe I said that backwards. Kirkland Signature Men's Classic Slub Cotton T-shirt. Anyways, I bought the shirt for $11.99 at Costco. So anyways, as T-shirts go, that's already a great price. $11.99 to start with. 100% cotton. I estimate the weight at about 150 GSM. Country of origin is listed as Peru, and therefore we can assume that there is an attempt to incorporate Pima cotton. Because proving Pima cotton authenticity is costly and difficult to do, because you have to do it through DNA, I just don't think that Costco is allowing people to call it out, although most likely Pima cotton is the reason why the shirt's made in Peru in the first place. The shirt is, as I mentioned, 100% cotton, so this is most definitely intended as a daily shirt, not like athleisure, which some of the shirts that we've reviewed in the past couple weeks, which had spandex incorporated into them. The slubs in the shirt, which kind of add that horizontal, I don't know if that comes out in the camera, character to the fabric, and also makes it a little bit less, say, basic, I guess would be a good way to put it, and adds a little bit of color variation. So it's, I think it elevates the shirt a little bit. It has a very nice hand feel, but the continued soft hand feel is going to be up to the user and how you wash it at home, and just your water conditions also in your home area that are going to affect that a lot. The care instructions are expected for a cotton shirt. Machine wash cold with light colors, delicate cycle, only non-chlorine bleach when needed, tumble dry low, and low temperature iron, and of course do not dry clean. So anyways, let's get into the actual construction and look at the shrinkage of the shirt. Those are probably the 2 most important features in them, and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty, wear it around, and then I'll sum things up in the end. So stick around, it should be a good one. Okay, so to take a couple of quick measurements before wash and then after wash, and double check our shrinkage, and just some key points at what differentiates this shirt from, say, other shirts. So we have here across the chest 47, and center back length is 30. And just to make a couple of important notes here, just for reference, because I know this is going to play into later, the sleeve length is about 10 1/4. We'll call it 10. Across the shoulder is 6, and if we did the center back length, length from center back. It'd be 20. So, and the reason for that is we want to see where the shoulder falls, especially on me, and then where is the sleeve going to come down to. And just looking at it, it's a little long. It's going to probably fall right into the crook of my arm where it bends, and that's going to be an important measurement for us for later on. We'll just double check here also the sweep. Make sure we're on camera. And we have also 47, and you can see we have a nice vent here at the bottom. A regular rollover bottom hem, the same double needle stitching throughout. You could see right here around the armhole we have also double needle top stitch, and it's split on either side of the seam. So one is actually holding the inside of the seam down, the other one is floating probably on nothing. Same thing across the shoulder, which this is common because that's going to hold the piping that goes across the shoulder line. It comes here through the neck and goes across the other shoulder, which for me that's the best way to do it. It's the cleanest rather than trying to end it just here at a site, but to take it all the way into the armhole. You have same double needle stitching here around the ribbing on the neckline. And then of course here on the hem, which this is just because it's a cover stitch. And that's the way the machine works with 2 needles. So nice top stitching throughout. You have the heat seal here in the neckline. You have the paper label, which it even gives you the markings here telling you to cut it out when you're done, which says 100% cotton, and has our wash instructions on there in multiple languages. And so anyways, let's wash this one up, see what the shrinkage is. Oh, we have the other color green. We can also just check real quick before and wash them both, see if our measurements are consistent from one to the other. So also a size large. The chest on this one, .47. Center back length. Move that out of our way. .30. Sleeve length, once again 10, 6, 20. So all the same. So let's check, we'll wash them both, we'll check the shrinkage on both, and then we'll come back, measure again, and then we'll try them out and wear them around and see how they are as an everyday wear. Stick around. Okay, so here we are after wash, and as you can see we got some very nice smooth results coming out of the dryer. I did dry it on high, so the shrinkage for you might be a little bit less if you follow the instructions. I always dry on high for all my clothes. It's what I assume that most people are going to do when they're at home, and so even though the instructions may say different, you have to be realistic. I mean, nobody's gonna do cool and wait forever. So anyways, we got 28.5 on the length, and our before wash measurement was 30.5. So about 2 inches there, so a little high, but even if we take it at 30, 1.5 inches, then it's about 5%. And what we were looking for is 4 or less, so we're a little high in the length. Let's check the chest. So here in the chest, we're a little over 44, maybe 44 and a quarter. We were at 47. Let me just write these things down as we go. So we were at 47, so 2.5 inches. So once again, approximately we're closer to the 5% in both directions. I did want to check the sleeve length because this was a concern that the sleeves were going to be a little long, and they're about 10 inches, which it's just going to bring it just below the muscle, in between the elbow and kind of where the muscle starts to taper, and that's going to just be your personal preference. I personally like it a little bit higher just because I don't want it to hit me in the crook of my elbow. I think this is still above that length. We'll see when we try it on. So anyways, we got a good appearance. We have about a 5x5 on the shrinkage according to my estimates. But we fared very well in the wash. We didn't lose color. We didn't have any threads come out. And nothing seems to be any broken stitches or anywhere. So once again, good quality. The heat seal held up. These things are only going to last a few washes no matter what. So, but hopefully you don't need to know what size you wear after it's been in your closet a while. So anyways, let's try it on. I'm going to attend the Mr. Olympia show this weekend, so it'll be a good time. I'll wear it to the show, and we'll take a few pictures while we're there, and then we'll sum things up in the end, so stick around. This weekend I traveled to the Mr. Olympia contest, and here you can see I wore my blue Kirkland Signature Slub cotton t-shirt for the whole time I was there, so I really got to put it to the test as far as how comfortable it was. In this first picture, you can see me visiting with Robert Oberst, and he's he's a strongman competitor, so he competes in those competitions like the World's Strongest Man. I think he's only finished in like the top 10, but never as high. I think the highest he ever got was 8th, although he taken a couple of U.S. Competitions that he did win. But he's a monster of a person and super nice and super silly. You could see I couldn't get him to look at the camera for the picture. In my next picture here, I'm standing with Antoine Vaillant, and he's a Canadian professional bodybuilder, and at one time he was competing here at the Mr. Olympia, which means that he made it all the way to the championship, and I think he finished in the top 15 somewhere, but I don't think he got quite to the top. But he's in himself a big guy too. He's 6 foot tall, 260 pounds. In the last picture, Robert Oberst is 6'6" and probably well over 350 pounds, so a huge person. But anyways, spent some time with Antoine, also terrific young guy, and was very nice to take that picture with me. And next you could see somebody who was more my size, Guy Sistorino, and he's also a retired now Olympian. He never made it to Mr. Olympia to win, but he competed for several years, and he's got a tremendous build on him. He's about 5'5", and I felt a little bit better standing next to him than some of those other guys that just dwarf me. But Guy also really wonderful. Here he is downsizing since his retirement, but he's about 210 pounds probably here in this picture, and also still just solid muscle, quite amazing. In my last picture, those of you maybe follow this guy. He's a famous YouTuber. His name is Juji Mufu. His real name is John Call. And you can see standing on my left in the picture is Antoine. Also, he was at that same booth, so you can see just how big Antoine is next to me. And Juji himself is 6 foot tall and also about 240 pounds. He just competed in the amateur Olympia. That just like 3 days before. So here we're seeing him 3 days after dieting down and everything else that he went through to compete. And also amazing person with a great personality, with so much energy. It was just unbelievable because he had to be drained from all the work he did and previously leading up to this week. Anyways, it was a lot of fun there, and of course the point of the video is the shirt, and the shirt, as you can see, it was just fine. Okay, so that was the blue shirt on, and here we have the green, and you can try that one on as well. I think we got a little bit more shrinkage out of it, and it fits a little bit snugger, just the hair, but almost, for me, I think I kind of prefer it a little bit tighter around the armhole here, so it's not moving around. But otherwise, you know, a good, great full day riding top shirt. Transitions well. I mean, I had a 2-hour drive that morning when you saw me at the show wearing the blue one, and I don't think at any moment did I regret wearing it, and I will certainly reach for it more often now that it's in my closet. There's a green, there's a couple of other colors that I mentioned, yellow, probably a black. Although I'll probably stay away from black because I probably have a closet full of those already. Anyways, if you like my video, please subscribe to my channel. As always, give me a thumbs up, make a comment, tell me what you think, if you're going to go buy the shirt or not. If you would like to make cotton shirts in Vietnam, graphic t-shirts, non-graphic t-shirts, give me a call. We make that among our many other product mixes that we do make, and I have a great collection of options of fabrics that I could show you, even using made in Vietnam textiles, which is becoming more and more important to kind of not rely on China, as relations between China and the United States are constantly in flux, and we just don't know what's going to happen next with the pandemic and the economy, and it's great not to just be counting on one country to supply us with everything. So if you do have a need and you're in the market for looking for production, reach out to me and give me a call. If you're just a consumer watching the video, thank you for tuning into my channel and all your support. I really appreciate it. And always remember to continue to dress smart. Take care.